podcast. I'm Tosh.
And I'm Jenna. And as you can tell, we are on location again. And you can tell that even if you're just tuning into the audio of the podcast, because behind me, if you're watching, you can see Ross Smith from the Riverview Skatepark and Youth Center is out there having some fun because we are on location. We're talking about the Riverview Winter Carnival today. Some of the events are going to happen here, so we thought we'd bring ourselves out into the open, out into the world.
That's right. So we're here today because we're talking about all things fun with the Riverview Winter Carnival. We got all the logos going on
All
today.
the logos everywhere.
That's right.
All the locations. And there's actually like dozens and dozens of locations for the Winter Carnival. You're going to find out all things you want to know about the Winter Carnival on their website, riverviewwintercarnival.ca. And we're going to tell you about a bunch of them right now.
Yeah.
And the first thing we're going to talk about, we're just going to let Ross. There we go.
Perfect.
So the first thing that we are going to talk about today is with our guest, Sarah Lord.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming, Sarah. And Sarah runs a company called Maritime Detours, which is so exciting. I follow them on Facebook, and if you don't, you should, because the stuff you do is so fun. It makes me want to love winter.
I love
So
winter.
bad. So bad.
Winter is
trying.
actually my busiest season for sure.
So tell us a little bit about some of the events that you're involved with this year for the Riverview Winter Carnival.
So for the second year in a row, I'm leading a full moon snowshoe tour with Marc-Andre from Hiking Plus, and that's going to be at Mill Creek on the Monday night. And however, I know people are disappointed that it is full because last year we had 100 people show up.
Whoa.
And
Oh my goodness.
that was really overwhelming as a leader to make sure 100 people are safe in the woods at night in the dark. So there are two concurrent sessions, one at 6 and one at 7, and there's a waiting list. So put your name on the waiting list. There are people who cancel and then you can come in last minute, but there are a lot of other snowshoe events that are happening that still have space. So if you're upset that you're missing the one on Monday night, don't worry about it because there's plenty of other fun activities for you to join in.
Like the Sweetheart Snowshoe with the Buddha Bear.
You're speaking Tosh's language.
That's my
there.
language. That's right. Drink local. Yeah.
Drinks and outdoors.
That's right.
That is kind of your perfect date, isn't it?
If only Jason would come with me. Yeah.
Well, so you don't have to bring your personal sweetheart. You can just,
Do you
bring
want
a
to come?
friend.
Do you want to come? Do you want to be my sweetheart?
I don't know. What's the date?
Thursday
Although
night, Valentine's Day.
I have
Oh.
committed. I have committed to going snowshoeing for Winter Carnival this year.
Excellent.
So stay tuned for that. It's going to happen.
And it's going to be entertaining
It
at
is,
the same time.
because I've only done that once before. But that's one of the things that I love about Riverview Winter Carnival is you guys have so many activities planned that are really about getting people out for that first time. Like it doesn't matter if you don't usually go snowshoeing, go tobogganing, croak a curl, sledge skating, everything you can imagine that you think of when you think of winter activities is available during these 10 days right here in Riverview and accessible. And it's so fantastic for families. It's so fantastic. There's events for seniors. There's events for sweethearts.
For sweethearts. There's really everything, and it doesn't all involve being outside either. There's lots of great things that are happening inside as well. My mother-in-law is super stoked about the rug hooking that's going on. She saw it last night when we were at the Pat Crossman Center, and she just got into rug hooking, so she was like, oh my God, where do I go? How do I sign up? Get me there. And I said, just take this book home, Doris, you'll be fine. Yeah.
And so you're taking part in the snowshoeing events.
Yes.
And do you have other things that you're doing during Winter Carnival as well?
Not for myself, but one thing I do want to point out is we really try and cater to people who've never even been on snowshoes before. And if you don't have snowshoes, it's no big deal because Ocean Trail will provide the snowshoes for you. Or you can call the town of Riverview. They have snowshoes available. And the other thing, just try and arrive early, like 20 minutes early if it's your first time on snowshoes, because we'll help you one-on-one putting them on for the first time. Because sometimes, you take for granted how challenging it can be. You're nervous, you're excited, first time. So give yourself that extra time to prepare, and someone will be on hand to help you.
And for people that might be able to see this on the video version, we do have some gear here in front of us.
We do.
So these are some of the snowshoes that would be available?
Well, these are just ones that I brought from home. And sometimes snowshoes have left and right marked on them, but sometimes they don't. So the little clips go on the outside of your foot, And the first thing you're going to do is put your foot all the way in and then clip the strap, and then you kind of ratchet your clips. But every snowshoe's a little bit different, and we're there to help.
Perfect. And some people, like you brought with you today, you brought your poles. Some people snowshoe with poles, some people don't. Is there a difference? Is it just...
Yeah, snowshoeing with poles, it more or less, the poles just help you with your balance and your stability, but it's also getting your upper body doing some of the work too. So it's not just your lower body. And so you want to adjust your poles so your arms are bent at 90 degrees and you're pulling in front. So every time you step, you pull, and it really helps people, especially with lower body, like knee issues, hip, that kind of thing.
Because yeah, I would think that would be hard on your body if you have issues with your knees to think, oh, snowshoeing, why would I try that? But like you said, there are people there that can help and show you the right way to do things.
Yeah, and we keep the tours relatively short. There's going to be a bonfire at most of them, so there's lots of fun things to do and cater to everyone at their level.
And I was just going to ask you about that too, the trails that are here in Riverview, that, I mean, they're not just accessible during Winter Carnival. Winter Carnival really shows them off and really is a great way to get people out and understand what's there. But you mentioned, like, there are bonfire pits, there are, like, I think just about any length trail you could want to find, you can find it right here.
Yeah, so the town of Riverview has 2 awesome trails with bonfire pits, and they usually have wood there stocked. You can just go on your own. So one is the Dobson Trail on the Pine Glen Road, right across from the mini home park. And you can go in, you can walk, or you can snowshoe into that first fire pit and just have a fire with your family. Also at Mill Creek too, which you can access at the top of Runnymede, or Robertson, the Town of Riverview Operations Center. You can go into the lookout, and there's a bonfire pit there too, and families can go in and have a bonfire
And
if
it's
they want.
stunning.
I was just going to say,
whoa.
yeah, if you're looking for those Instagram perfect pictures of your family in the winter, everyone I've seen take photos, whether it's with their phone or with a proper camera on those trails, is just breathtaking.
Unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing. We're so lucky to have such a unique trail system in town. Like, it's inside our town. It always blows my mind that I don't have to drive, 20 miles out to be on it. It's amazing.
We actually, we're going tonight at 5:30, and we go a lot of Wednesday nights snowshoeing with our urban polling group. And so it's something on Facebook, yeah. So just after work, finish work, and then hit the Dobson Trail for about an hour and go home for supper after that.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for taking time out today to tell us about some of the outdoor activities happening during Winter Carnival. And for full information on all the stuff that's happening, you're going to head to the website. You're going to pick out one of these lovely pamphlets that are all around town, of course, and has the website right there, riverviewwintercarnival.ca. And of course, Pickle Planet is going to have tons of information coming at you about all the fantastic stuff. But right now, we want to move on and talk about some of the indoor activities, especially where we're at. So yeah, Sarah's going to say goodbye to us for now.
Bye, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
And we're going to ask Ross if he's caught his breath to come on over and join us.
Don't forget to unmute.
Because I cannot imagine doing what this gentleman was just doing. And so now we have Ross here with us.
Very glad to be here today. This is awesome. Thank you guys for joining us in our very nice skate park.
In your home here.
And our home base.
So,
yeah.
I am so excited to be here at the Riverview Skate Park again and the Youth Center, because I did come in one other time, I'll say, with our kids when they were really little, and I was absolutely blown away, because I was one of those people who had no idea what was really here. So maybe can you just set the scene a little bit for people who are tuning in, listening to the podcast, about what exactly you have here in this facility?
Yeah, no problem. Basically, we're one of 2 indoor skate parks on the east coast of Canada right now. There's only a handful of them across Canada, but we're lucky enough to be kind of the main central skate park for the Maritimes, being more hub city in the middle. The other one's in PEI, so we're kind of more the central location at this point. We're not just a skate park. We have a full service youth center upstairs. We also have a whole bunch of stuff in here. We have a canteen that's run just by the youth, and basically it all goes to fundraising. We have our own skate shop here that's within house. It's my private company that runs it, but it's also acts as a service for the skate park as well. We have a parents lounge, we have a youth center upstairs that has everything from foosball, air hockey, video games, but we don't encourage too much of those these days. We're more so going towards the interactive games, which is great because the kids really do too when they have it as a choice. So we keep things really accessible. So basically we're a public-private partnership. So the town owns the building and some of the staff are town staff. But my private company, East Coast Street Styles, has managed the park since, well, 15 years now, going on 16 years. And then we also have Surface Skate Shop too. So East Coast Street Styles and Surface Skate Shop are the two private companies that are in partnership with the town, basically running the facility at this point. And it's been great. It's been a wicked partnership overall. So yeah.
That's amazing. 15 years.
15
for,
years,
for
that's
any
it.
business and for any center, I think is a fantastic milestone. And to think of how many people I know right now are listening and watching going, what? We have an indoor skate park? How did I not know?
Yes, absolutely.
We hear that on a daily basis.
Yeah.
We really do. We have not a huge marketing budget, so a lot of our marketing is done word of mouth and fundraising as well. We try to fundraise for some of our things. We actually just recently did a 40-foot billboard on Main Street that went over really, really well and got us some exposure that normally we wouldn't have got. So it's really exciting heading into the winter. We're really, really busy. We got tons going on. So yeah, it's a great, exciting place to be this time of year. It's fun for everyone. So
specifically during Winter Carnival, you guys have an event that has been going on again for many years.
yeah, almost 10 years now. Yeah.
And it really is like a huge event in the community that, again, I think people don't know a whole lot about. So tell us a little bit more about Frozen Open.
The Frozen Open. The Frozen Open is actually the only major winter contest in Canada, really, during the winter time. It's basically, we started off with kind of a different layout, but we've gradually kind of worked our way over to a Cash for Tricks layout, which is really exciting. It basically means that not like a few people don't walk away with all the prizes. So we have throwdowns, which are basically the kids all skate a given object. So we'll pick an object of the park, the kids get to jump down it and do their tricks. Skill level, it doesn't matter. We're out there, everyone's all together. So if you're a beginner and you're trying something new to you and you get it, you're still gonna get a bill too. So we literally stand out there and hand out cash to the kids.
No way.
So it's like the best thing ever in that sense. And then we have prizes too once we get through all the cash, but it's been a really cool thing because the kids just love that like instant gratification. And the other thing is it's cool because like everybody goes home with a little bit of something rather than a few people going home with kind of a lot of stuff. So it works out really cool in that sense. We've had kids over the last few years like donate half their winnings back to the park to give to fundraising. It's been a really cool event. We've probably put $50,000 to $60,000 back into the local skate scene with this event alone over the last few years. So it's
That's
pretty
incredible.
cool.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Well, and like you said, I mean, it's one of the only ones in Canada, certainly the only one here on the East Coast. So you guys have people who travel here for this competition.
We do, and that's kind of our goal is each year is to try to step up that cash prize to try to attract skaters from even further away. So each year we're kind of out there looking for corporate sponsorships for anyone to jump on. It's one of those things where this one, the money goes directly back to the kids, and it's easy to tell that the money's going back to the kids. So really, I don't feel guilty about going after people for this one. It's all put back to the youth of the community. So I'm out there hounding anyone. If anyone wants to jump on last minute and throw in some cash, we're down for it. So
That's
Absolutely.
fantastic, because you've got a few days left. It's
it's
we
February
February
do.
8th. February the 8th,
I've actually
exactly.
had parents handing me bills during the event because they didn't want to see the fun end. So it's kind of cool to see that everyone gets involved in it, and it's just it's one of those direct give back to the community events. So
if your kids don't know how to skateboard,
yep.
do they take lessons
This
here?
is the place to learn. So we do have organized camps. We do
Next year.
Yep. Hey, it's not just kids either, because during our under 12 group, we require adults to stay with the kids. So a lot of the parents have been here watching for so long and seen us helping and instructing the kids that they get out there. And it got to the point where it's so popular, we actually had to put in an admission charge for parents because they were coming to us saying, we're getting too much from you. We need to pay for this. So it's one of the first times in business that I've actually had a fee requested by the customer. So it's kind of neat in that sense. So it's so popular now that we do have entire families out there doing it. And there's really no limitations to anyone that can do it. I've had my daughters on since 9 months old. So as soon as they can plop their feet and you can kind of get out there and help them, they're good to go. So
I mean, if dogs can ride skateboards,
that's it.
We should be fine.
We've had dogs here, believe it or not.
Really?
We had a bulldog that can come down and ride down all the ramps and jump off. And so everything happens around here. That's the thing. Nothing's too far-fetched.
Yeah.
So,
wow,
yeah.
that's really
No,
cool.
no, I really feel like I need to step it up.
I know,
Like,
right? Yeah.
Babies and dogs can do it. Maybe I should try.
Well, it's really cool too because aside from the skating, the community here is really what draws people when they come in. They see, kids that they see out in the community that may be kind of a little bit more wild and rampant, and they come here, and the structure that we provide them really creates an environment where everybody really just feels supported and really, puts back into the community, and everyone takes from it. It's one of those give and takes that is awesome. It really is. I can't say enough about it. So
Excellent.
So tell us a little bit more about how accessible the space is outside of Winter Carnival, because there's certain events during Winter Carnival, but in general, throughout the winter, what are the hours? What are the...
We have separate age groups. So right now, the under 12 group is on Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. There are separate hours. They get kind of confusing, but they're all listed on our Facebook group in our background or on the town website as well. So, and we keep all that updated on a regular basis. We're super active on social media. That's one of the places that we're definitely up there on Instagram and Facebook. But really, we are one of the most accessible facilities in the town. It's only $4 for under 12s to come in and skate. It's $6 for the older group. But there's also options. We have punch passes, we have memberships. So there's definitely ways to even save money on top of that. We have loaner boards here, so you don't have to have your own skateboard. You can come in. We have those free of charge. And we also have helmets, and helmets are $5 rental fee, and we have those on site anytime. So really, you're looking at either $9 or $11 at the very most, and there's nothing you can do for that amount of money anymore. And have a good time, stay active, feel supported, and no one sinks or swims when they come into the building too. So one of us will always get out there with a new person that's coming out, just to kind of give them some basics, to kind of give them those little jumps over the first little hurdles, I guess, so that they can get on. Because a lot of people have, well, there's a lot of it's perceived fear that's not really there. So once we can get out there and do a couple moves, you feel within, a half hour, we usually have people rolling. So, and then by the end of the day, they're coming off with a huge smile on their face, and it's great. So
I believe that, for sure.
And so for the Frozen Open that's part of the Riverview Winter Carnival, even if you're not willing to get out there on the board yet and do the tricks, people can still come and watch that event.
Yeah, it's free to observe. We make sure we have lots of treats on hand for people. So we have pizza that's going to be coming in, which is free as well. And then we'll have lots of refreshments. We have the canteen here. And once again, any money spent here at the canteen is awesome because it goes back directly to the kids' fundraising. And then, so you can come free, check it out. You're going to watch lots of thrills and spills. And some of the guys that are coming in will be here to entertain, kind of thing. So they kind of feed on it too. And it's always a packed house that day. So we have upstairs open. So if people want to come in, just pay regular admission and kind of play games upstairs, they can do that too. So it's a fun day for everyone. Only skating for competitors. So if you want to skate that day during the Frozen Open, you do have to compete. But like I said, there's no age separation. There's no skill level requirement. This is kind of the most drop-in competition where, everyone can just kind of go out and skate as friends, but still have that benefit there of, walking away with a little bit of cash too.
So you don't have to pre-register. You can just walk in that day?
Yep, 11 o'clock registration starts. The event kicks off at 1 o'clock normally and runs. We're usually finished up by about 6 p.m. by the time, depending on how many how many competitors we have that day. So, but generally it's about 6 p.m. So, and it's $7 registration fee for those who do want to register. It also goes back to the park as well. So everything to a good cause. So
it's like a hidden gem in here, right?
It is.
Like,
It's
I'm just
so,
gonna
like,
move right on in.
It's the minute you walk in, like I said, we came one time with our kids when they were even younger. So our kids are 7, 7, and 8 right now. And I think they were 4, 4, and 5 maybe the time we came in. And I think some parents out there probably still have that image in their head of what a skateboard park is going to be like. And we walked in, and from the minute you walk in that door, you could feel that sense of community. You could feel that welcome, that like the place is clean and bright and fun and just, yeah, it's just magic walking in. And now like being in here and here, I want to come to competition like that. I had no idea. It sounds so fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And some of our kids are like some of the young kids that you'll see compete are just you can't even understand how they've had enough life to build those skills yet, let alone how good they are. It's really impressive. So, and we have a lot of kids coming from all different types of socioeconomic backgrounds, and that's the beauty of skating is really there aren't those financial kind of restraints that a lot of other activities have. So it makes it really reasonable for people to get active with, and you know, even if you're not coming to the indoor park, you can still do it outside in the summertime for no charge. So it's one of those things that we really do see a huge socioeconomic range with our customers. So that's cool too, is see that you're not just hitting one target market, kind of everyone's out there, and we're here for everybody. There's a place for everyone here, and that's the great thing.
And that's another thing that we should mention is this is not just for Riverview kids.
Nope.
Like
not
you're
at all.
open to anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, we love having out-of-towners come.
I don't have to show ID at the door.
You don't?
No,
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
extra charge. There's no extra charges. Everyone comes in. Everyone's treated like a family member. Yeah, it's one of those things. We've had kids start off at 6 years old that are now getting paid to skateboard for a living, traveling. We just had one travel to Spain and full expenses paid to Colombia as well. Basically living on skateboarding right now. So it's
Wow.
one of those things through our
That's
camp
amazing.
program. They can start off as regular campers, and then they'll eventually work their way into junior instructor positions. So then they basically get into camp and they can help out with the instruction. And then when they turn 16, they become our hiring body. So they're the ones that we hire in the long run. So then they get to skate during camp and work on their kind of sponsorship parts in the afternoons and work their way into a career in skateboarding. So, and it's been a proven model. So it's kind of neat that we have that here in Riverview.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate part is we're so busy that a lot of the time we don't have the time to promote ourselves and shoot our mouths off about it because we're so busy out there on the floor. So that's the...
Well,
That's
we're
very
very
true.
glad to give you a chance to do some of that.
Yes.
And you can be sure we're going to do
it's
more
awesome.
of it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Thank you.
Because you also have, speaking of camps,
Yep.
very quick, because we do have to wrap this up, you have March break camps,
Yep.
you have other camps throughout the year.
Yeah, we run every week of the summer pretty much as well, and Christmas. We just got done Christmas, and it was really cool because every single member of the Christmas camp is re-registering for March break. So it's filling really quick. So we do still have a few spots left, but if people do want to get in there, they have to register soon. It's all done on the town website through the program registration, so it all falls under the Town of Riverview Parks and Recreation. So,
Awesome.
yeah,
Fantastic.
awesome.
All right, and if you want to know everything about the Winter Carnival, riverviewwintercarnival.ca, that's where you're going to go. Pickle Planet's going to have our guide to all the family-friendly stuff and lots of other highlights coming over the next couple weeks. Winter Carnival, February 7th through the 16th, the 45th annual Riverview Winter Carnival.
Amazing. It's going to be a blast. We have only touched on the things that are in
Oh
this
my goodness.
book. So.
Yeah, no, there's close to 50 different events and just all over the place. Can't wait to tell everyone more about it.
Go to the mall, would you? I'm going to put that out there. There's your challenge. Go to every
go to
single
them
one
all.
of them. Do it.
I don't know if you could possibly get to all of them.
Definitely not.
Something
But-
every day. How about something every day?
Okay.
Can we settle on that one?
We can settle
something
on
every
that.
day.
Something every day. That's
right.
fine.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching, for tuning in to the Pickle Planet podcast. You can find us everywhere you get your podcasts. You can find us on Rogers, on our websites, and we'll be back again next week.
See ya.